Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Popping on because I am so reminded. A friend of mine shared a post today, one of his days of gratitude. And I can literally say it's a post that every time I see it reminds me how important, how critically important letting others know that you see them and love them matter. This is my friend. His name's Brian. He called me one night. We weren't good friends at that point. He was about to commit suicide. Yeah, suicide. What a topic. I stayed on the phone with him for about an hour and a half. Prayed for him. I encouraged him. I let him know I was there. In the past, I had told him I was available if he needed to talk to somebody. He had lost a loved one due to suicide and got a little too heavy. So this happened a few years ago. Ever since, we've been really dear friends. We have different political views. We have many different views on things that if you were to meet that person, that stranger, if you will, in a public place, and right away you realize that you have those different kinds of views, you might not give each other second thought, second guess, right? Instead, we have a very dear friendship and a very special one. And I'm always reminded that our friendship was created through life and death. It was literally created through life and death and back to life. So I want to remind you that you matter. I see you. I love you. Always saying that, right? Now I want you to take the fact that I see you, I love you, and that you matter to me. Let other people know the same that you do. Because I really, really do believe that you have an opportunity to make an impact in somebody's life. You can literally save someone's life by just showing them that they exist, that they're not invisible. You don't know what they're going through. The impact you have when you make someone feel invisible or broken is paralyzing. It's paralyzing to people. They just don't talk about it. Your words can be a blessing or a curse, right? So why don't we just give more blessings out? Let's let people know that we love them, that we see them, that they matter to us, right? That we're there for them. I didn't have to work really hard to just let him know what was on my heart that night on that call. But what I can tell you is it's made an impact in my life for the better. And it continues to remind me why it's so important, not just mental health awareness months, right? Like in general, it is so important to remind each other about mental health. Mental health isn't something I believe is good or bad. I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary to talk about mental health, and I think it's necessary not to weaponize it, and I think it's necessary to really get in the trenches about it, and I think it's necessary to educate yourself on it, and I think it's necessary to recognize and understand that if you are a human being, if you have skin, if you have a voice, if you breathe in air and drink water, right, that you have certain needs as a human being to survive, you also need to be able to learn about how your brain works and how your mind works so that we can start working on healing, on growth, on learning new things, on empathy, humility, all kinds of stuff, right? Like if you are a human being, you need to start educating yourself on mental health, and you need to start recognizing that you need to start working on yours. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. And it actually makes you a pretty incredible and special person when you take the control and say, you know what? I'm human and I've got these struggles going on and I want to do something about it because I know this world is way too beautiful and way too big for me to be just living really small, safe to the shore. There's some gunk that I need to get free of. There's some things that I need to work on so that I start going outside and recognizing how beautiful the sky is. That makes sense. So with that said, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. My challenge to every single one of us, let as many people know today, as many as you can, that you see them, that you love them, and that they matter, even if they're a stranger.